I think the same thing could be said to Kyren Williams, and I'll say this, for people that have any issues and concerns with his 40 time, this guy's running by everybody. Every time I turn on the tape, this guy, he's making guys miss. He's breaking tackles. He's stepping up right into the face of pressure and just sticking his face right in the fan and, taking down defensive tackles and pass pro. And then this guy's running by everybody. He's running by corners, safeties, you name it. I mean, is the speed really that much of a cause of concern? At the end of the day, I don't think so. So I think it's important, the 4.7, whatever he ran at the combine, Kyren's 40, that's not what he runs. That's not what he runs at all. He's not blazing fast, but I think he builds up speed very similar to the first round talent out of Arkansas, Traylon Burks. I think he builds up speed as he goes. But at the same time, he runs a little bit upright, but are we just going to nitpick everything about him? He's a very well-rounded back. And I'll go as far as to say he could end up being RB1 someday. I think everyone's so quick to judge his size. The guy's a $198, and now all of a sudden he can't gain 10 more pounds. Oh, he's a bust. We've already put him in this pre-existing pod where this guy is a scat back because he ran a slow 40 time when it doesn't actually translate to his film. He looks faster on tape, which is all I care about. And then on top of it, we're going to say that he's a scat back. We're just going to say, well, all he's going to be is Theo Riddick because he went to Notre Dame and he's slow and he's short. That's the evaluation, guys. Y'all can go home now. No, that's lazy. If you really do the work, he's very similar to Mark Ingram without the pounds, which he can add the pounds. Mark Ingram's an underrated receiver. He's a good pass protector. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. But that doesn't fit the narrative because this guy was drafted in the 5th round. There's no way he could be Mark Ingram. He's going to be Dion Lewis. He's going to be James White. He's going to be a piece. You're right, he is in the first year. But don't just assume this guy is a 3rd down back. I think it's incredibly disrespectful to everything this guy does on a football field. He was a leader at Notre Dame. He took on 2 straight seasons of 200 plus carries. He's got under 500 under 500 touches in his career. So he's got enough mileage where I'm comfortable with him, but he doesn't have too much mileage where I'm worried about the guy's conditioning. I'm worried about if this guy's going to last. Whereas you look over in Iowa State, and they're running Breece Hall in the freaking ground. He had 800 carries, or 800 touches at Iowa State. So that's what I'll say. He does remind me a little bit of Eckler. I've said that. I've seen Maurice Jones-Drew. He's not quite the speedster that Maurice Jones-Drew is. But this, I'm telling you right now, people are not going to see it coming, or they just haven't watched the tape, or they haven't watched me, they haven't watched Alexis, they haven't watched some of you, they haven't listened to you, they haven't read your stuff. Anybody, and I've seen some give the Rams an F for the Kyren Williams pick. I'm just like, do you even understand evaluations? Do you even understand positional value? I mean, having a running back that can do all of that is so important, especially because Sony Michel's a free agent. They have to, figure that out. There's so many question marks in the running back room because these guys have always gotten hurt. Well, I know based on his career, Kyren Williams went up against top-notch competition at Notre Dame. He withstood, no matter how many carries he was given, he withstood plenty of carries, and he didn't get hurt, so he had no meaningful injuries. I feel good about him. I feel good, like someday that number 23, which I do believe he'll wear, will end up being an RB1. And I don't feel overly confident that Cam Akers is going to just take over the room. Maybe he does, and I hope he does, but I don't think we can just rule out Kyren Williams just because his first year he might be a scat back. His first year he might be a 3rd down guy. A piece doesn't mean he is forever forbidden from ever getting better and rising above. When you listen to Sean McVay talk about him, he's a complete player. And I believe in that.